Hey, what is up everyone? So in this video I will share my experience with liquid metal and why it might be worth for your laptop too. So if you are facing temperatures like this while running Cinebench, even after changing your thermal paste, it's most likely that you require something like liquid metal to make your computer thermally stable. Now first let me answer some questions. First, can I do it myself? Yes, you can if you are mature and careful. Second, will it leak after applying? If you apply a very thin layer like me, 99% chances it will not leak even if you shake your laptop, but still you need to isolate the SMD components to prevent the short circuit. Third, will the copper heatsink be degraded? Chemistry wise, reaction may occur but performance will remain the same, is what I have found in my research. Fourth, will my laptop die immediately after short circuit? Maybe and maybe not. 70% chance is that short circuit is temporary, but it can be permanent too. In case of a temporary short circuit, you just need to wipe the leaked liquid metal completely off the motherboard and it should fix the problem. But prevention is always better than cure. And here are some quick results after applying liquid metal. Now while running Cinebench, I also noted the voltage and have summed it up in a graph. After applying liquid metal, it averaged to around 115 watts, which is its maximum TDP, which explains that the processor is using its full potential at higher loads. So before starting, make sure that you have a clean and organized workspace as it will help you in the process. Once organized, start by unscrewing the back panel of your laptop. You will get away with a Phillips screwdriver, just make sure that you use a loose hand and keep the screws somewhere safe. Once done, pull the back panel from the fan grip. Now this will require some force. Don't worry, keep applying force till you hear that click sound. Once it comes out, use a guitar pick on the edges like I have shown. Once done, congrats, your laptop is opened. Now first disconnect the battery from the motherboard and make sure to do it with the least force. Now remove the fans by disconnecting and unscrewing them from the motherboard. On the right fan there is another connector that you need to disconnect before removing the fan. Now I recommend cleaning the fan area and heat sinks with blower and microfiber cloth. You can use isopropyl alcohol for the cleaning agent. Now to unscrew the heatsink, you can start with any screw but make sure to keep unscrewing until you hear a click sound. Now lift the heatsink gently and unscrew any screw that is showing resistance. Now use the alcohol pads provided with the liquid metal to clean the die and the heatsink. Although I would like to apologize for not recording the heatsink cleaning procedure, but it's pretty much like this only. Now apply a very little amount of liquid metal and make sure to use as little as you can. Now you can start spreading the liquid metal, but I made a mistake here. I forgot to cover the surrounding area with Kapton tape, which you need to do. I covered it later on in the video. Now this should look like a fine paint of liquid metal on your CPU die. Try to make it as little as possible and use the Q-tip to remove the excess. Now here I made my second mistake. I applied too much liquid metal on the die and even ended up spilling it. But with the help of the provided Q-tip and isopropyl alcohol, I was able to clean it. And then I just spread the liquid metal with the Q-tip. Okay, so once it's done, it's time to refix the heatsink onto the motherboard. Now, carefully align all the screws of the heatsinks with the motherboard. Once aligned, start by screwing it back in. Now there will be numbers on the heatsinks. You need to start with number 1 and tighten it till you hear a click sound. Once you hear the click sound, you can move on to the other screws, that is number 2 and so on. And after this, just plug everything back in like you removed it and it's done. You have successfully applied the liquid metal. Congrats! And now you can subscribe and like my video for the tutorial. Ravager signing out. Bye.